Greetings again, traders, and welcome back to our Forex mentorship program for beginners. Today, we are going to be looking at the complete course for the TradingView PC version. Mr. Brandon already did a video on how to download and install the TradingView PC version, how to download and install the MT5 PC version. This is just like a summary because in his mentorship program, he taught a lot about the PC version for this TradingView. But today I'm just going to summarize everything so that you can start using this software on your PC. So we are going to start with how to change the theme of your TradingView PC version. So when you open this app, when you have downloaded it successfully, if you follow the video that Mr. Brandon did already, when you open the app on your PC, if you want to change the theme, remember we are currently looking at the white theme or the light theme. If you want to change the theme to the dark mode, all you simply have to do is you go over here. You see there's an icon here where you can see my picture. If you click on this icon, you are going to see this interface. The first thing you are going to see is home, help center, notifications, what's new, and then you are going to see dark mode. This is where you can change the theme. Currently we are on light mode, so if you want to switch to dark mode, all you have to do is toggle on this button. If I toggle on this button, you see my screen is going to change that immediately into the dark mode. So the dark mode is actually good if you spend so much time on your chat because it is user friendly. It also prevents your eyes from being overexposed to light. So some people prefer to use the dark mode. It's not bad, but I prefer to work with the light mode. So in case you want to work with the dark mode, this is how you can go about it and change your light mode into dark mode. If you simply want to go back to the light mode, you go back again to this icon and then you toggle off the dark mode. Everything is going to change into the light mode again. So you can go ahead and play with it and show me your result as usual. The next thing you are going to do is, remember when we did the mobile version, I showed you how you can change the colors of your candles or your candlesticks. I showed you how you can insert session breaks. I showed you a lot of things. But on the PC version, we are going to do it differently. If you look at right over here, you are going to see this setting icon. Now, if you click on this settings icon, you are going to see all of this interface that I've been showing you on the mobile version. You have chat settings, just like we have been doing. You have symbols, you have status line, you have scale and lines, you have canvas, trading, and then you have events. So like we did before, if you want to change the colors of your candlesticks, you simply come to these symbols. You are going to see this interface. If you want the body to have a different color, let's do it. Let's say we change it from blue and then we change it blue and red. You see automatically it changes already. So with the PC version, it's very easy to see it because we have a larger scale here. If you want to change it to, let's say, black, let's say we use red and black, this is what you are going to have. Like I said in the other videos, you should always try to, when you change the candle body, make sure you change the borders as well. The borders and the candle body should have the same color. So this one also should be blue and this one also should be black. Remember, like I always say, you always have to practice with the colors. You don't have to use a particular color. You can practice with the colors so that you can get used to all of these things. Let's go back to our normal color, green and red. These are the most commonly used colors in trading. Okay, trading view and MetaTrader 5, these are the most commonly used colors. So you can go back here by changing the colors to the original colors that you have. You see our candlesticks have gone back to green and red again. Any color that suits you, you can change it here. People appreciate colors differently, like I've always said. It depends on whatever color you want to use. You can change it from here, okay? All right, this is how we change colors on TradingView PC version, the colors of our candlesticks. Now let's go back again to this setting icon. Let's go to canvas. Under canvas, remember we learned how to change the background of our trading platform. We did that on the mobile version, but now I am going to show you how you can do it on the PC version. So you simply go to this settings icon again and you come to canvas. The first thing you are going to see is background. You are going to see grid line, crosshair, and the rest. So under this background we have solid white like we did on the mobile version. If you want to change it to solid dark, you just click on this white icon and then you click on dark. So the background of your trading platform or your trading view is going to change into the dark mode. In case you don't want to expose your eyes to too much light, you can change the background to dark, okay? But the difference is that the borders will remain wide. The reason is that you have not changed the entire structure of the trading view into the dark mode. If you want everything to be dark, you simply have to go back to this icon I showed you before and then you toggle on the dark mode, so everything will change to dark, you see. And this is the default mode. So let's go back to the light mode, okay? All right, we have gone back to the light mode. So we have learned how you can change the background of our PC into a different color, which is the dark mode. You can play around with the colors like I've always said. You can change it to blue, you can change it to purple, you can change it to red, orange, depending on whatever color you want. But usually people use dark, they can use this color or they can use blue, or most of the cases people will stick to white or dark or the dark mode. But me, I always like to work with the light mode. So it depends on whatever color you want to work with. And anytime you change it, always remember to take OK so that it will be saved, okay? So the next thing you are going to look at is how to change or add our watermark. We did that already on the mobile version lesson, so let's see how you can do it on the PC version. It's actually very simple here. So just below grid lines and crosshair, you have the watermark. If you want to know the currency pair you are looking at, if you want to see it appear at the background of your screen, all you have to do is toggle on watermark here, and you can increase or reduce the opacity like we said in our previous videos. So if you reduce it here, it's not going to show. If you increase, it is going to show. If you take on OK, you are going to see the currency pair you are currently looking at the background of your screen. So you are looking at Euro USD 1 day. This is the daily time frame, okay? Euro USD, euro against the United States dollar. So this is how you can add a watermark on your background. If you don't want it, you simply come back here and you toggle off, okay? If you want to change the color, you can use any color. Remember we did that already in the PC, in the mobile version. You can change the color, you can increase the opacity, you can reduce the opacity. You can use red, you can use green, depending on whatever color you want to use. You can always change it from here. So you see this is the green, but I reduce the opacity so you can't really see it very well. Let me increase the opacity. Anytime you change it, always make sure you press on OK. So our background watermark is green. So you can play with the colors. I always like to use this other color. Is it arch? I use this color most often, and then I just tap on OK. Let us reduce the opacity so that it doesn't overpower our candles. You can still see our candles very well. So this is okay. This is friendly, user friendly. You can work with this one. I hope you have learned how we can add watermark on our background PC version. So we are going to go back again to canvas, and I'm going to show you how you can use a mouse or a crosshair on your TradingView PC version. If you come below grid lines, you are going to see crosshair. Now, a crosshair acts like a mouse. You can use it to look at price on your screen, and you can also use it to look at calendar or date on your screen. If you notice, when I hover my mouse over my screen, you see there is something that acts like a mouse. You see some lines, one is vertical and the other is horizontal. This is what we call a crosshair, and this is how you get this crosshair. When you come to this interface, you see crosshair. Now you can change the color. You can decide to make it blue. You can decide to make it a line. Okay, so when you do that and you press OK, when you go to your chart, look at it. It has a blue color and it is in a line format. The other one was dashed or dotted, but this one is in a line format and it has a blue color. In case you do not want it this way, you go back to settings again. You come down to crosshair. You can change the color to red. you can change from line to dashed, and then you press on OK. So you see it's going to change from the line format to the dash format, and the color has been changed also to red. So you can play around with it, you change the colors, and depending on whatever color you want, it depends on how much you appreciate colors. But I always like to stick with this one because I don't want it to be overexposed on my chart. You see, you barely can notice it, but it is there. That is how I like to use mine. So let's go back again to this interface. There's a lot we can do here. If you want to add grid lines on your chart, this is where you add it. You see below background we have grid lines. If you look at my screen, you see vert and hots. This simply means vertical and horizontal. If I want to add vertical lines on my PC version on my screen, all I simply have to do is I have to click on this first box. Now there's a color there, but the opacity has been reduced. So if I increase this opacity, you see that vertical lines automatically appear on my screen. If I want to add horizontal lines, I can increase the opacity of this one, and you are going to notice that horizontal lines also called grid lines have appeared on my screen. But if you notice, my screen is very messy, so this can really interfere with you looking at the candles. So what you simply have to do is you have to reduce it. You can reduce the opacity so that it doesn't cover up your candles. You see, I have reduced the opacity, and you can also change the colors. If you want the vertical line to be blue, you can tick on blue and you increase the opacity. If you want it to be red, you can change the colors depending on whatever color you appreciate. Okay, now if you want the horizontal lines to be red as well, you can change it and you increase the opacity. You see, it's going to give you these grid lines, but it's really not pleasing to the eye. It makes your chart quite very dirty. So I always prefer to keep it just like that. I don't like to use it. So let me reduce the opacity again, and let me reduce the opacity of this one. So you can just, if you want only vertical lines, you can click on vert only, and then you toggle on the color that you want. It's going to appear. If you want horizontal lines only, you can come here and then you increase the opacity. You are going to see only horizontal lines. If you don't want any of those, you just click on none. You are not going to have any of those appear, and you press OK. Everything is going to be clean. You are going to have a very smooth chart. I hope you have understood how to add grid lines on your chart. So let's go back to background. The first one we looked at was solid, but there are two types. You also have the gradient. So under this solid you have gradients. If you just simply click here, you are going to see gradients appear. Now if you click on gradients, you are going to see two boxes appear here. This one means you can add two different colors to appear or to reflect on the background of your screen. So if I click on the first one and I choose, let's say, yellow, and you see what happens immediately. So there's a mixture of two colors. You have white and yellow. You see, so yellow is above and white is below. So if I choose to make this one white, the first one white and the second one yellow, you see that white is going to be above and then yellow is going to be below. So you see that there's a mixture of colors here. So you can also decide to use this if you want to, but it's not really necessary. So you can play around with the colors. You see, look at something. Depending on whatever it is that you want, you can play with the gradient colors. You can choose red. Red is too shouty. You can choose another color. You see, you can mix the colors, but this doesn't really make a lot of sense. This is just to let you know that it is possible that you can do something like this in the market. Let us keep it to solid white, and this is okay. You can keep it to solid dark, you can keep it to solid white, whatever color it is that you want. I hope you understand. Now let us come right down again and let's come to the lines. If you notice, this is price on the right. On your y-axis, the y-axis always contains prices, while the x-axis, it contains the dates right down here. So if you come here and you click on lines, you can choose whatever lines you want. If you want to separate these prices from your chart And if you want to separate the dates below here from your chart, you can simply pull up this. Now, when you pull up this, you will notice that a line has appeared here and a line has appeared below here. Originally, we did not have this line separating these prices from our chart, but we have simply added lines. So you can let me show you. If you change the color, you are going to see this horizontal line, this vertical line changed to the color I have added. And if I change the color, you are going to see this horizontal line also change to the color that I have added. Look at something. Let me say I use red. If you notice, this line has changed to red, and if you notice, this other line has changed to red. So this is how you can use line to separate your prices from your chart. You simply have to do is click on OK, and everything will change. You are going to see lines here. Okay, so this is how you can add lines, vertical lines and horizontal lines on your chart to separate your chart from the prices and the date. I hope that you have understood. Okay, let us quickly look at how you can use these tools. Okay, or if you want to use the crosshair, you can simply click on this crosshair. You see the crosshair is going to show on your screen. Let me increase the opacity of this crosshair. Okay, let me go to canvas, let me go to crosshair. Let me increase the opacity so that we can see it very well. Or better still, let me use a different color and then I will increase the opacity. Let me make it visible. Okay, I hope you can see this on my screen now. If you want to use the arrow, you can simply click over here and you are going to use the arrow. You see the crosshair has disappeared and now we have the arrow. Okay, you see we have the arrow, not the crosshair again. If you want to use the dot, you see we have the dot on the crosshair. It depends on whatever you want. If you want to use the eraser, you can choose the eraser as well. And this one is just for fun. If you want to use a magic stick, you can use a magic stick. Wherever you place, you are going to see something like this appear. But this is just to catch fun, okay? Usually we use the crosshair or we use the arrow. This is commonly used. Okay, you can use this one to maneuver your screen very well. In case you want to draw a trend line, this is where you come. Here you have the trend line, you have the ray, you have the extended line, you have the horizontal line, you have the horizontal ray, the vertical line, the cross line, and the rest. So this is where you can pick all of these things from. Okay, so if you want to draw a trend line, you simply come from here and you click on the trend line. You go anywhere on your screen, you tap, and then you drag. That is how you can draw a trend line on your screen. You can pick it from here. You can still go back, you pick another one and you drag. Tap anywhere on your screen, drag to wherever you want to go, and then you release it. You have to right click on your mouse and then you drag it there and then you release it. You can expand it and you can move it anywhere depending on whatever you want to do with the trend line on your chart. You can use this to draw support and resistances. You can also use it to indicate the direction of the trend in the market. So if you want to draw the vertical line, all you simply have to do is come here and you click on vertical. Just click anywhere on your screen and you're going to see it appear. Now the vertical line is dashed. If you want the line, you come here, you click here and you click on line, so it's going to change into the line format. If you want to change the color, just come to this pencil icon, you click here and then you choose whatever color you want. It's going to change. If you want to increase the size of the line, you can choose the pixels here. You have 1 pixel, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4 pixels, but always stick to 1 pixel because it is user friendly and it doesn't interfere with your candles. If you want to write on this line, you can simply come to these settings and then you are going to see this box appear. You can type inside here. You can name the line whatever it is that you want to name and then you press OK. When you release, you are going to see a text that will appear in the middle of the line. You can decide to make this text outside or inside. You can choose from the options here. If you want the text to be outside, or to the top, you can click here. If you want it to be to the left or to the right, you can choose here, and you are going to see the text appear wherever you have desired it should appear. If you want to change the color of the text, you simply come here and you change the color, whatever color you want to use. If you want to increase the size of the text, you come here and you increase the size. If you want it to be bold, if you want it to be tilted, you can change it here. Okay, so this is how you can adjust and text a vertical line. You can change the style also from here. If you don't want it to be blue, you can change the color from here. Okay, you can text here, you can change the style here, and then if you press on OK, you are going to see everything remain. But if you don't want it, you can simply just click on the line and you click on delete. It's going to disappear. So this is how you can add a vertical line on your chart, and that is how you can also edit a vertical line. In case you want to add a horizontal line, you simply come here, you click on horizontal line, and then you tap anywhere. It's going to draw a horizontal line across your chart. You can change it to a line, you can make it dotted, you can make it dashed, depending on whatever it is that you want. But you can, I always prefer to use the dashed lines, but you can stick to the lines as well. It doesn't have a problem. And you can also change the color. You can also text. Okay, you can also add a text here if you want to. Anything you want to add, you can add. You can choose for it to be at the top, you can choose for it to be to the right, and then when you text and press OK, it's going to appear. Look at it here. it it's at the top and it is right. So if you want it to be centered, you come here and you click on center. You can increase the size of the text here as well. You can choose to make it bold, you can choose to make it tilted, and then you press on OK. It's going to appear here. You can decide to play around with it and you position your text wherever it is that you want. If you want to add a horizontal ray, you can pick all of those items from here, okay? And then you just add. This one is halfway, it's not a complete horizontal line. That's why it's called a ray. So let's go to the other tools. If you want to use a Fibonacci tool, you can pick it from here. You can use it to enter trades or to exit trades. You can use it to take profits or to measure your stop losses. That's where you can pick it from. Okay. Now, if you want to use the long and the short position tools, you simply come here and you pick it. In case you want to buy, you can pick it from here, okay? This is the long tool. You simply come here and you place it wherever you want to place. This will indicate the stop loss where you want to exit the trade, and this will indicate the take profit where you want to take profit and you exit the trade as well. You can adjust it however you want to. If you want to take the short position tool, you can also come here and you pick up this one. Place it wherever you think that price is going to sell from, and then you demarcate it and pull it wherever you want to. So you can simply move it however you want to, okay? And note that you can also change the colors. If you want to change the color of this one, you can come to this bucket icon and then you change the color. If you want this one to have a different color, you can change it from here. The red one down here, you can also change the color to any color of your choice. You see, it changes to orange. This one also, you can do the same for this one. But usually, many people will stick to the green and the red because this is the default format. But any color you choose to use, you can always use it. Note that you can also text on this, okay? You can write a text here. This is if you write a text and you want the text to appear in white, you can choose white. If you want black, you choose black. If you want blue, you choose blue. So this is going to depend on your choice. Okay, this is how you can use the long and the short tool on TradingView PC version. And if you want to delete it, just click on it and you press delete. It's going to disappear. Click and press delete. It's going to disappear. You can delete all the items by simply just clicking on them and deleting. So let's look at the next tool. These are the most important tools, the ones I'm showing you. In case you want to highlight something, you can pick the highlighter here. You just go to your screen and you tap. It will highlight, okay? Just tap anywhere, it's going to highlight. If you want to delete, simply delete from here. Or you can just go to this undo arrow over here and you just click. It's going to remove everything, okay? Now, If you want to, let's go here, there are more tools here. If you want to use an arrow marker, you can pick it from here and you just drag anywhere on your screen. You can simply just drag anywhere on your screen with the arrow marker from here. You see, if you want to use an arrow as well, you can pick it from here. So you can simply come here and you pick all of these tools and you play around with them. This is a marker. This is a rectangle. These ones are commonly used, these ones. You see, just click anywhere on your screen and you drag. You can adjust this one. And you can also change the color of this one. You pick on this bucket icon over here. You can choose to fill it with red. You can fill it with green. You can fill it with black. You can fill it with any color of your choice. And you can also text on this box. When you just click on this box, you are going to see this interface over here. If you click on the settings icon, you can simply write a text inside here. Just write anything and you press on OK. You see, if you want this text to appear to the right, you come to settings. You can position it to the right. It is inside and you want to position it to the right. The text is going to move to the right, you see. If you want to position the text to the left, you click on left, it's going to move to the left. If you want to position the text outside of the box, you simply come to settings again and you come here, you click on top left. Now you see the text is above the box, it is outside the box, and it is to the left. If you want to position it to the right, you simply come here again and you choose on right. You see the text has moved to the right of your box. So you can also play around with it, okay? If you want this text, this box to have a border, it doesn't have a border here. Just click on it, you come to this pencil icon, and then you can increase the opacity of this. You see, you have a black border now. Before there wasn't a border, but now we have a border. If you don't want a border, you simply come to this pencil icon and then you reduce the opacity of this color. The border is going to disappear. So it depends on whatever you want. You can go around and play with the colors as well. So we are going to be using this tool a lot to to indicate support and resistances in the market. So you have to take this one seriously. In case you want to delete it, just click on it, press on the delete icon, press here, delete, press here, and delete. There are a lot of tools you can pick up from this site. This one also is commonly used, rectangle. So people use it, people trade chart patterns. You can use it here, look at something, you see, and you can also adjust it. Now, people use it if they think that maybe the market is moving in a particular direction, they can just put it here. Anytime the market, if it lifts downward, they are going to sell. If it lifts above, they are going to buy. So you can also use this tool just like we did with the other one. You can adjust it. You can change the border. You can change the fill to yellow. You can change the border to red, or you can simply remove the border if you don't want the border. It's still going to appear here. Now you are going to fill it and you increase the opacity of the fill. You see, it almost looks like this one, but the only difference is that you can rotate it, but you cannot rotate this one. So you can also use that tool to, for those who are going to be trading chart patterns, it's going to help you a lot. So there are a lot of tools here, a lot of them. You can simply come here and you pick any of the tools and you see how they work. Look at this path. In case you want to talk about market structure, for example, remember we talked about the market forming higher lows and higher highs, and we say it is in an uptrend. So you can use this tool, this path tool, to demarcate that this is a low, this is a higher low, this is another higher low, this is a high, a higher high, and another higher high. So you can use this tool to demarcate market structure. If you think that the market is going to sell, you simply come back to this tool, and then you can start from up. We are going to have lower highs and lower lows, so the market is moving downward. So you can use a tool like this to help you talk about market structure. So if you think that the market was going to sell, you can use this short position tool and you can place it here. You see, if you think the market is going to buy, you can use the long position tool and you place it here. So this is how you can use these tools on this other folder. You can simply just delete them if you don't want to. You press delete, it is gone. You press delete again, it is gone. So let's look at the next tool. We have a T here. If you want to text, you can come here, you click on this one. Just click anywhere on your screen and then you can write the text. Click here, click on this text, tap on your screen. You can simply just write anything on your screen. You come to these settings, you come to text, you can write anything on your screen, okay? Anything, just anything. You see, when I'm typing, it's appearing on my screen. In case you want to write a text on your screen, that is how you can go about it, okay? If you don't want it, simply tap on it and then you press delete. It's going to disappear. Let's come back again. In case you want to make a comment, you can pick this one. If you want to make a call out, you can pick this one. Just tap anywhere on your screen and then you can type here. Maybe there is something that you want to come back to. You just want to make a call out so that anytime you come back here, you can remember something that you wanted to look at. That is exactly how you can go about it. There are a lot of tools here you can pick and you can just go around and play with all of these things. This is price label. If you tap here, it's going to give you the current price. Okay, wherever it is that you tap, it's going to give you the price. You see the price is already written in the box. So this can also help you to know the price at which you may want to buy or sell in the foreign exchange market. So TradingView has a lot of tools, a lot of options. You can come here and you play with all of these things. Okay. All right, let's move to the other one. In case you want to measure the number of pips that has moved in the market, remember we are going to be doing a lot of measurements and we are going to be measuring pips. So you can simply come here and you pick this ruler icon. If you think that the market is going to buy, you can measure from here upward and you will know how many pips the market moved on that day or within that particular time frame. You see, it gives you the information in blue. You can also move it around to the left and to the right. You can drag it downward or you can pull it upward. It's very flexible and you are going to know how many pips that the market had moved within that particular time frame. If you want to measure from up to down, you can see pick it here and then you measure from up to down. Okay, so if you thought that the market was going to sell, you can use it to calculate the number of pips you would want the market to sell or to know the number of pips that actually moved in the market with this measuring tool. So it is found here on the left of your screen. Let us say you want to look at a particular area on your screen and you don't want to keep zooming. All you simply have to do is you have to come here. You see this circle with a cross inside. If you tap on it, and if you want to look at a particular area, you can highlight that area and then you right click on your mouse, you highlight the area and you release. So it's going to zoom that area and it's going to assist you to look exactly at what you wanted to look at without necessarily having to pull your screen up and down. So if you want to return to your normal position, you simply come here and then you zoom out. So you use this tool to zoom in and then you use this other one to zoom out. So this is so friendly. If you want to look at this particular area, we can simply zoom in and we are going to see the candles appear very big. And if you don't want it, we can simply just tap on the zoom out icon and we are going to return to the normal mode. Okay, so let us say you want to draw multiple things on your chart and you don't want to keep going back. So let's say you want to draw too many trend lines, for example. Let's come here. Let's pick a trend line. Let's say you want to draw too many trend lines and you don't always want to go back here to pick up a trend line. You can simply come to this magnet icon. If you toggle on this magnet icon, now it is in blue. See, if you click anywhere on your screen, you are going to be able to draw this line without necessarily having to go back to pick it. Just click anywhere on your screen. You see, you can draw this line. You don't have to go back over here to pick it. It's like you have cloned the line. Just tap anywhere, you see, You can draw multiples of those lines without necessarily having to go back over here to pick a trend line. And if you don't want it, you can simply use the undo button and you will return to the normal mode, okay? Or you simply delete them, press and delete. Now if you don't toggle it off from here, it's going to keep occurring. So to exit this mode, just come here and you toggle off. You will not be able to draw that line again because it is no longer in active mode. You can simply click on the undo button to return to the original position. So let us say you have drawn too many things on your chart and you don't want somebody to come and interfere with it. You can simply lock it up. If you lock this thing, nobody is going to come and upset it unless the person unlocks it. So how do you lock maybe your drawings on your chart? You can simply just come here and you click on this lock. Now anything you have drawn here is locked. It cannot be moved. Even you cannot move it. So it's going to stay there. Okay, unless you come and you unlock it, it's not going to move. Now you see we have unlocked it and we can move it. If you keep it here and you don't want anybody to touch it, all you simply have to do is come here and you lock it. So nobody will be able to move these things unless they unlock it from here. Another thing is, if you don't want this to see your drawings, you can simply come to this eye icon. Okay, if you click on this eye icon, you see all your drawings will disappear. If you unclick on it, your drawings will appear on your screen. Now there are many options. You can decide to hide all the drawings, you can decide to hide all indicators, hide all positions and others, or you can just hide everything. Okay, you can choose whatever it is that you want to hide from these options, and then you go with what you want, and you are going to see it reflect on your chart. I hope you understand this. Let's unlock this so that we can be able to delete these things from our chart. Okay, remember, you can just click on it and you delete. You can also just click on it and you delete. Now if you have drawn too many things on your chart also, let's say you have drawn a lot of things and you want to delete everything at once, you simply come to this trash icon here. If you click on it, you are going to see multiple options. It will tell you remove all drawings. It means all the drawings that you have made on your chart on all the currency pairs is going to delete, and your chart will be reset to the default mode, no drawings. You have to start drawing everything afresh again. So you can choose. Now according to this information, I have 94 drawings on my chart. Okay, there are other pairs I am looking at, so you may not see it. If I want to delete them, I can just click on this one. All my drawings will be deleted. I have two indicators I can delete from here. I can remove 94 drawings plus two indicators by simply clicking here. Okay, but if I don't want to, I can just click on this delete icon. It's going to remove these things on my screen. So you can pick the options from down here and you delete all the drawings from your screen. In case you are not comfortable with the drawings that you have made on your screen and you want to delete them, this is where you can get rid of those drawings. I hope you have been able to understand everything here. All you simply have to do is practice, come here, pick up one tool, see how it looks like on the chart, and that is how you are going to learn how to use all of these tools. So there is another feature again. If you want to look at the types of charts, all you simply have to do is you have to come right to the top of your screen over here. Now you see this is a line chart. If you hover over it, you are going to see line. You hover over this, you are going to see bar, and then you are going to see candles. What we are currently looking at now is candles. These are the candlestick charts, and they are the most used in the trading industry. But in case you want to look at the bar, you can look at the bar here. Now the difference is that the bars, they don't have a body. They are simply lines, like you can see. These are simply lines, but they are very good because they show you the open, they show you the low, they show you the high, and then they show you the close. In case you want to know where price opened, in case you want to know where price closed, in case you want to know the high and the low, the bar charts are so far the best to give you that information, even though they are so complicated, but it's easy for you to get that information from bar chart. In case you want to look at the line charts are used to indicate direction. They are very good to indicate direction, but they are not very good to trade. So you can simply just click over here and all your chart will be transformed into the line chart. You see, now it helps you to know exactly what the market has been doing over a course of time. You see, the market has been forming higher lows and higher highs. So we have been in an uptrend. This is Euro USD for quite a long time. You can simply connect this point and you will know the market has been moving upward. Line charts are not very used, but you can always use them sometimes so that you can have a clear direction of the market. There are other types of charts here, but they are not really used. You have the step chart. It's almost like the line chart, but it's not the line chart. You have the columns. You can use these columns, but they're not very user friendly. You have the highs and the lows. You can use this one. They are not user friendly. There are a lot of them over here, but trust me, people stick mostly to the candles because they are user friendly. And let's look at the halo candles. They are almost like the normal candles that we use, but the only difference is that some of the candles are not filled, some of the candles are void of color, but they're almost the same like the normal candles that we use. So let's go back to our normal candles, and remember we said you can change the colors of these candles to whatever color you want, so it always depends on you. Now let's look at the time frames. If you want to look at the different time frames, this is where you come here. You see we have 1 minute, we have 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then we have 1 hour, we have 2, 3, 4 hours, we have daily, we have monthly, we have 12 months. So if you want to look at the chart on a daily time frame, you can simply click here. If you want the 4 hour time frame, you click here, your chart will change to the 4 hours. This simply means that a single candle represents the information that occurred within 4 hours. Okay, if you want the daily and you click here, this simply means that a single candle represents the activity that occurred within that day. Okay, so each candle represents a single day if you are on a daily time frame. If you go to the 15 minutes time frame, it means each candle represents the activities that occurred within 15 minutes. So this single candle is 15 minutes. All the activities that occurred within 15 minutes is represented in this candle. This is another 15-minute candle, this another 15 minutes, this another 15 minutes. Okay, whatever time frame it is that you use, if I go to 5 minutes, it means these candles represent all the activities that occurred within 5 minutes. So this is 5, this is 5, this is 5, this is 15 minutes. But on the 15-minute time frame, this all of these three candles will be represented as a single candle. I hope you understand. You can maneuver here and you go through the 1 hour, you can go through the 4 hours, which means a single candle represents the activities that occurred within 1 hour. So this is 1 hour, this is 2 hours, this is 3 hours, this is 4 hours. Okay, so you can play around with it over here and you look at the different time frames and how the chart will look like if you change the time frames. Now if you want to compare currencies, you can simply come to this button and you choose any currency pair here. If you add, it's going to appear on your screen, but it's not going to be like the usual candles. It's going to be like a candles or in the form of a line or candles that is used to compare the activities that occur within the market with one currency pair against the other currency pair. Let me do it and let's see. Let's say we want to add GBP JPY to our chart. You see, GBP JPY now appears like a line. So you can use GBP JPY to compare the activities that occurred with the Japanese yen pairs and the dollar pairs. So this is GBP JPY against Euro USD. You can decide to change it however you want. Okay, if you want to look at it like the line, if you want to look at it like the charts, if you want to look at it like any color that you want or any form that you want, you can simply change it. Now let's remove it from here so that, all right, we have successfully removed it from here. So you can simply click on it and then you go to settings. You are going to see remove indicator. So this is what we do. If you add it from here, it appears on our chart. Just double tap on it. Okay, if you double tap, that is left click, you are going to see remove. You simply click on remove, it's going to disappear. If you want to change it to candles, you simply add it again. You left click 2 times, you come to settings, If you come to settings, you are going to see style. If you want it to be the line format, you can click on this line. If you want it to be the bars, you change it to bars. If you want it to be the candles, you change it to candles. So it's going to look exactly like the Euro USD. But now what you are simply doing is you are comparing the pairs. If you want it to be columns, you can choose. If you want it to be lines again, you can choose. By default, it always comes in the line format. If you want it to be the area, you can choose. Okay, it all depends on you, but by default it comes in the line format, and you just click on OK. If you don't want it again, you right click 2 times, and then you come to remove indicator, and it's going to disappear, and you are going to have your chart back again. Okay, now on the left we have all the tools. Above we have the time frame, and we have the type of chart. So in case you want to add an indicator, you simply come to the top of your screen and you click on indicators. If you click on indicators, you can simply type any indicator of your choice. Let's say we want to add the MACD, MACD, moving average convergence divergence. Now you see we have it here already. So if you just tap on it, it's going to be added onto our chart. So you can use this indicator to trade in the foreign exchange market. Now, how can you remove it? You simply just double tap on it. You are going to see the remove icon. Okay, here you can come here and you just delete from here. You can just simply press on this cross and it's going to be removed. Now you are going to have your chart back again. There are people who trade with indicators and there are others who do not trade with indicators, so it all depends on you. So if you want to set an alert, you can simply come here and then you can set an alert. Okay, in case you anticipate that price is going to cross, this is the current market price where Euro USD closed. Okay, if you think that Euro USD is going to cross above, you can simply just come here and you create an alert. You can write the name of the alert here. Anytime Euro USD price crosses above this current price or price crosses below this current price, you are going to receive a notification, and then you can step in the market and you take a trade. So let's go to the watch list here. The watch list always appears to the right of your screen. Okay, so if you come here and you click on this icon here, if you click on this icon, it's going to show you all the currency pairs on your watch list. You see, these are the 28 currency pairs including metals and crypto. I have here gold and I also have BTC. So these are all the yen pairs. We have the major currencies, we have the minor currencies, and we have other crosses like we learned in our previous mentorship program. So in case you want to look at a particular currency pair, let's say you want to look at AUD USD, you can simply just tap on AUD USD and it's going to display on your screen. Okay, so this is how you can look at different currency pairs on your chart. All you simply have to do is you have to open your watch list and you click on any currency pair that you want to look at. You are going to see that currency pair appear on your screen, and you can go ahead, analyze it, and then you take your trade on MetaTrader 5 or MetaTrader 4 trading platforms. So you can have many watch lists. You can have, I think, from 3 to 4 watch lists maximum for the free membership. But I think if you want to have more than that, you have to pay for the subscription fee, and it can enable you to look at different watch lists or to create different watch lists. So you can decide to name your watch list by simply coming here to these 3 dots. If you click here, you are going to see the rename icon. So if I just click here, I can change this watch list. Currently the watch list is Langino FX, but I can decide to change it here by simply typing another name and then I press OK. This name is going to change and this watch list is going to change. So if I want to look at the other watch list, I simply click on this button. It's going to display the rest of my watch list. I can only tap on it and you see it will display the currency pairs that are on that watch list. I can click on this one and look at this watch list. It's going to show me the currency pairs that are on this watch list. If I click here again, I look at this watch list, it's going to show me the currency pairs that are on this watch list. In case I want to add another currency pair to this watch list, I can simply click on this plus icon. It's going to take me to Forex, to this page. I can simply just, I always like you to use like the forex.com brokers. Okay, these are currency pairs that are being provided by different brokers in the world, but forex.com by far is one of the best. So if I can just click on it, you see Euro USD is going to be added. Let's see, let me click here. It's added here. If I don't want it, I just click on this button. It's going to be removed from the watch list. Let's click here. It's going to be added. If you want to add GBP JPY Oanda, the broker is Oanda. We just click here. GBP USD is going to appear on our watch list. If you don't want it, we can just simply close here. If you want to add crypto, you come here to crypto. You are going to see BTC. You can decide to add BTC. Okay, these are the different brokers. You have Bitmap, you have Binance. You can add it from here. You see BTC will appear on our watch list. If you want indices, it depends on you, whatever you want. If you want bonds, if you want economy, if you want features like gold and the rest, you can come here. If you want funds, if you want stocks, you can come here and you pick from here. Tesla, Apple and the rest, you can pick them from here. Okay, and this is how, if you want it to appear on your watch list, just click on this plus icon. You are going to see it appear on your watch list, and if you don't want it, you simply just delete from here and you press on this button. It's going to exit from that interface. Okay, now let us look at how you can take a screenshot. In case you want to take a screenshot, there's a camera icon over here. If you just tap on this camera icon, it's going to show you this interface where you have download image. If you click on download image, it's going to download the entire screen that we are currently looking at, and you are going to see it here. If you just open it, it's going to appear in picture format. You see, this is our screenshot that we have taken, and it's going to be saved. Anytime you want to come back and look at it, you can come back and look at it. So that's how you can take a screenshot on your TradingView PC version. I hope you understand. Now, if you want to hide this one, you can click here. If you want to expand it, you can click here. It's going to expand. Okay, you can click here and hide. You can click here and expand, and you are going to see all of this. In case you want to look at what people think in the market uh, about the same currency pair you are currently looking at, you can come down here to ideas. You are going to see a lot of ideas here. Okay, you come down here to ideas. You are going to see what do people think and say about Euro USD or any other currency pair. You can simply come with your mouse here. In case you want to have the large version, you can simply just pull it this way, and you are going to see it appear on a larger mode. And then you can also hold it again and you pull it back. It's going to disappear. You bring it here, you bring it back. Okay, and it's going to disappear. So TradingView is so fun. You can just spend some time and you practice on all of these things, and you are going to understand how they work exactly. In case you want to have a full mode, full screen mode, you simply just click here. Now you see that all of these other things that we're looking at have disappeared, but sometimes it can be very difficult to trade on this because you need to pick up tools from left and right. All you simply have to do is you have to press on the escape button on your keyboard, and everything is going to resume again to normal. I hope you understand this. So if you want to invert your chart, but don't do this because sometimes you may forget and you may be tempted to take the trade in the opposite direction. You simply just come here, you click on invert scale. Now you see that Euro USD has been inverted. You see, it's now looking like a buy market, whereas it is in a sell market. Okay, so you simply come here again before click on invert scale. So this is the original structure of the market. Okay, in case you want to set an alarm, you can come over here and alert. In case you want to delete, you come here. In case you want to make some items your favorite, let us say you don't always want to come back here to pick up a tool. Now you can simply come here and you see this star here. If you click on this star, this ray is going to be added as your favorite, and you are going to see it appear over here. Okay, so that anytime you want to use it, you just have to come here and you pick it up. You don't have to come back here. If I want this one to be my favorite, I just come here and I click on this star. It will be added to my favorite. You see, text has been added here, so that anytime I want to text, I just come here and I pick it up and I start texting. I don't have to come back to this area again. Okay, I just come here, I pick this one, this vertical line, and I click it. I just come here, I pick the horizontal ray and I click it. I don't have to come back to this page again to start picking up everything. So this is how you can, I just come here, I pick the path because I made it my favorite already. I don't have to come back here to pick it up all the times, okay? So you can play around with it. You can just spend some time, learn how to change colors, learn how to use all of these tools one after the other. And this is how you can become used to the tools on your TradingView PC version. I think this is going to be enough. If there is other things you are going to discover as we begin to trade, we are going to discover also as you spend so much time on the chart, and it's fun to do it, just playing with these tools around. Okay, if you want to draw a trend line, all you simply have to do is you come to your favorite, you pick it up, and then you draw. Just click anywhere on your screen and then you draw. You can connect points with these lines. Okay, so we are going to be using this a lot, so you take up time to practice on this. You see, you can connect points with these lines, and you can use this part to just demarcate things on your chart. You see, in case you want to talk about the trend of the market, you see the market is trending downward. It's forming lower highs and lower lows. So you can use tools like this to practice. You can use the crosshair as a mouse to indicate, to know where price is and to know what the date is exactly. You can use the Fibonacci tool here to measure take profit and exit profit. You can use this long tool or this short tool to know where you want to sell and where you want to exit the market. You can use the long tool to know where you want to buy and where you want to take profit and exit the market. You can use these square boxes to indicate where there is a resistance in the market or where there is a support in the market. You see, this is support. If you thought you wanted to buy here, you can simply come here, you have found a support and you are going to buy here. So this is how you can use all of these tools. You are going as a trader, there is absolutely no way you can succeed in the foreign exchange market if you do not know how to use this tool, okay, or these tools. Remember we said if you want the dark mode, you can come here, you toggle on the dark mode, and everything will change to the dark mode. For those of you who may want to use this is still beautiful as well. You see, it looks beautiful. You can still use this one. It depends on you. Everything remains the same. The only difference is you have changed the color and you have reset your screen to default. So you can simply come back here and you toggle on or you toggle off. You are going to come back to the light mode. So you can go ahead and play with it, and I'm sure that if you can practice with this for like 1 week, you are going to get used to this. You are going to learn a lot of things by yourself, and you are going to become good at this. The only secret is practice. Remember, we said in our introductory video that if you want to succeed in the foreign exchange market, all you have to do is practice. Let us add these lines that we had here before. The lines are back again, and we press on OK. So go ahead and practice on this, and that's how you are going to learn how to use these tools on your TradingView PC version. The mobile version, we took our time to do it, and we have been able to learn a lot with the mobile version. So with the PC version, it's almost the same thing. I want to show you how you can add session breaks. Okay, let us delete this one. Let us delete this. In case you want to know the activities that occurred in the market in the previous day or the previous days, you can simply come back over here to settings. You come to events. You remember we have symbols, you have status lines, scales, canvas, trading, and then you come to events. When you come to events, you are going to see session breaks. Just toggle on session breaks. You can change the color. Let's toggle it on, and then we can change the color to red. You can change the color to green. You can change the color to black, and we can decide to make it lines, or we can decide to make it dashed or dotted. It depends on whatever you want. So what's the use of this? And you press on OK. If you put your chart on session breaks, you see this activity here is the activity that occurred the previous day. All of these things, All of these things happened on the 7th of February. Look at the date down here. 7th of February to this is the activity that occurred throughout the 7th of February. Okay. Everything that happened here was February 7th. And everything that happened here was February 6th. So these are days. This is one day. These sessions indicate one day. This other session indicate the other day. This other session indicates the other day. So when you want to trade in the foreign exchange market, it is always good to know what happened in the previous day, because most traders, they capitalize on history to take trades in the market. If they are able to know what happened in the previous day, they can use this information to know exactly what is going to happen today or tomorrow. So for you to know all of that, you need to know how to use these session breaks. Because if I know that yesterday was a sell, it is possible that today can be a buy. And I can only obtain this information if I look at what happened yesterday. And how do you know what happened yesterday? When you insert session breaks on your chart, okay? Always make sure you use these session breaks. How do we do it? We come to settings, we come to events, and then we are going to toggle on session breaks. If you don't want it, toggle it off. If you want it, toggle on, and you are going to see it appear on your chart, and you can use it to buy and sell in the foreign exchange market. You can use it to analyze your chart, so that you can use that information to buy or sell in the foreign exchange market. Okay, I hope you have been able to learn something. Just go around again, practice with this. In less than a week, you are going to understand how to use all of these things. They are not very difficult. Use all the tools and practice with the tools. There is something again that I want to show you. In case you want to double this line, you can clone it. You double tap on this line, you come to this interface, you are going to see clone. Okay, if you clone this, you are going to see the same item forms, the same trend line forms. It's just like a replica of what we did already. If you clone this, it's going to appear again. So sometimes you don't want to go over here to pick the tool. All you have to do is just clone it. You are going to have a replica of what you have drawn already, and you can use it to analyze your chart. Okay, you can also text on this chart, on this line. If you come here, if you click on the line, you come to settings, you come to text. You can write on this line, you can name it, you can write anything here, and you press on OK. You see, there is a text that has been written on this line. You see, you can decide to position the text to the bottom, you can position it to left, so and you take OK. You see, this text is to the bottom left of this trend line. You can go back again to these settings. You can decide to position it at the right, to the right, and you can decide to position it to the top. You see, you can increase the size of the text here. Let's take it to 28. You see, let's make it on bold, and let's make it straight. So you see, you can play with it, and you can change the color of the text. You want it to be red, if you want it to be blue, depending on whatever you want. Okay, you can play with it and practice with it, and trust me, you are going to become good at it. If you want to delete, just simply tap on it, left click on it, and you click on delete. Left click, delete, left click, delete, left click, and delete. So this is how you can play with all of these tools on your screen, and it's so fun to be with. If you want to look at your charts on multiple views, if you want to split your chart, you can come here, but this is only for the paid membership. Okay, we are only allowed for the basic to use the single mode, which is this one, so we cannot split our screen. So let's stick here, but looking at the screen like this is so fun. Okay, I trust that you are going to learn a lot of things subsequently, but for now I think this is very important. Go ahead and practice all of this. If you want to look at price, this is price on the y-axis. If you want to look at the date, this is the date on the x-axis. If you want to look at currency pairs, these are currency pairs on the y-axis. You can simply come here, you choose any playlist that you want to use by simply just tapping on it. And if you want to add a currency pair, You can simply click on this plus button and then you come to Forex. You can choose any currency pair of your choice and you add it, okay? If you don't want it, you can also delete it. If you want to delete the currency pair, you can simply hover with your mouse over it and you're going to see a cross here. If you hover with this, you are going to see a cross. You can simply just click here and it will delete, okay? If you want to add, click here and you pick up from here. You just click on it, it's going to be added. If you want to delete, you just come here and you delete from here. It's going to be removed from your watch list. I hope that you have been able to learn something. Kindly go ahead, practice with this, and then we are going to meet in our next session again. Thank you so very much for listening. I hope you stay safe. Goodbye.